Good morning. Paying for public services over a
I hope.
I wouldn't say all, Sally. Don't oversell
You're
it.
going to give it a go.
I'll give it a bash.
You've got some friends, though, haven't you?
Bear with me, I have got some friends. Good morning. Yeah, the focus this week will be on Rishi Sunak. On Wednesday, he'll outline the spending review. Now, this is the Chancellor's big shopping trip. He gets to set out what he's going to spend money on in different government departments. Now, usually, this covers up to around 4 years of planning. But he can't plan too far ahead at the moment because it's impossible to predict how the economy will come out of this period and how much cash he'll have to spend. Now, we don't know the full details yet, but the Chancellor has promised to keep some promises that were made pre-pandemic. We learned this week there'll be an extra £3 billion for the health service to clear some of the backlog that's been caused by COVID. That's on top of the long-term funding already agreed for the NHS. And big projects like new schools, HS2, well, they remain ring-fenced, he says. And we also know that defence spending is getting £16.5 billion more over 4 years. Now, some of that will also go on ambitious space projects and on cyber defence. This weekend, the government also announced £100 billion of long-term investment for things like fibre broadband and projects like flood defences. So those are the promises that he's sticking to, but that's while he's borrowing in vast amounts to cope with the pandemic. In fact, borrowing reached £215 billion since April. To give you some context, that's nearly 5 times higher than the same period last year. He did warn yesterday there is an economic shock ahead, suggesting that tax rises and some savings will have to come. And where will those savings come from? Well, last week we found out that most public sector workers are bracing themselves for a pay freeze, and there's speculation that overseas aid will be cut. What about grassroots public services provided by local authorities? They've already suffered from 10 years of austerity. They could face more cuts. And the issue